Okay, so now we will take a look at the Big 12. We'll examine how we think each of the top teams in the league will do and whether or not they will surpass the Las Vegas win total. I think the sixth best team in the Big 12 this fall, probably the TCU Horned Frogs. Gary Patterson, always a terrific coach. Kenny Hill back at quarterback, but you don't know. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing with Kenny Hill? No one can ever figure it out. I think they probably push 7. It seems like Kenny Hill at 7-5 quarterback fits what he's done in his career. If I had to lean one way, I'd say maybe 6-6 because they do have to go to Arkansas out of conference, but they probably push 7. I think the fifth best team in the Big 12 this fall will be the Kansas State Wildcats. I think Bill Snyder, back at coach, had a health scare. Might be his final season. He has Jesse Ertz back at quarterback. I think Kansas State, while not a real contender in the Big 12, at the end of the year, might be able to maybe make a little bit of noise. I think they go over the 7.5 win mark. I think the fourth best team in the Big 12 this fall will be the Texas Longhorns. I love the hiring of Tom Herman. He brings in Todd Orlando to help a defense that struggled a year ago. Malik Jefferson leads that defense. There's talent everywhere. If Todd Orlando can get it to play like he did the Houston defense, I think the Longhorns make noise in the Big 12. A dark horse for the Big 12 championship game, but that would take beating Oklahoma or Oklahoma State. I think Texas finishes 4th. I think they go over the 7.5 win mark. I think the third best team in the Big 12 this fall will be the West Virginia Mountaineers. Will Grier comes in as a transfer from Florida at quarterback. He was undefeated in the SEC as a quarterback until getting suspended. He looked terrific. I think West Virginia has the Florida transfer Will Grier, Justin Crawford back at running back. There's talent on the outside. Dana Holgorsen overachieved last year with this team. I think he does it again. They are a real threat to make the Big 12 title game. I think West Virginia safely over the 7-win mark. The second best team in the Big 12, again, another conference with 2 teams at the top that are both very, very good. Splitting hairs, I think Oklahoma State finishes 2nd. I think they win the November meeting in Stillwater. They play again against Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship game, and I think Oklahoma wins that one. So I think Oklahoma State finishes 2nd. A lot to like about this team on offense. Mason Rudolph back, Justice Hill back, James Washington back. You get Marcel Aitman, Jalen McCleskey. Tyron Johnson comes in from LSU, a former #1 receiver recruit. I think Oklahoma State and Mike Gundy do very well this year, safely over the 9-win mark, but they lose in the Big 12 championship game to Oklahoma. And of course, that means Oklahoma is our predicted Big 12 champion in 2017. A lot to like about Oklahoma this fall. Lots of talent on defense. They were inconsistent a year ago. I think they're more consistent in their first year under Lincoln Riley, who provides some more energy for them. I think they're a little bit better in big games under Lincoln Riley. I think at quarterback, Baker Mayfield, terrific. I think you have Mark Andrews on the ball, too. They need to find their running back. The offensive line returns all 5 starters. The issue for Oklahoma this fall, they have to go to Stillwater, to Columbus. That's only one conference game, though. Columbus is out of conference against Ohio State. I think Oklahoma gets to the Big 12 championship game, beats Oklahoma State, and the Sooners win the Big 12 in 2017.